Okay, let's close Katrain again, now that I opened it in time. Okay. What is there in terms of weaknesses? I guess you could say that there's a weak-ish connection here. Hello, One Eye. So some move like against A. The A group is not alive yet. There's not really any RG here, though. I guess you could say this one is sent threatening to play here and cut off these or these. But okay, we have if black captures here and you're Charlie here, black cannot connect. Black captures, you throw in. Hmm. Okay, so there's something with this move. Let's go to the... Is it? Yeah, because even after this one, Atari, capture, throw in, whatever, and even if then black connects here, white can still play here. Even if white captures this, black still cannot connect here because Atari would be connect and die. So this is really this move here for black would be worth compared to white getting this and this. Um, would not be worth nothing here. Probably connecting here sooner rather than later. I mean, it is worth if white were to capture, white captures these and saves these, so it's quite a big move. Or the follow-up here for white would be capturing those at 7 points and saving those. So that's 7 versus black. Like 3 points. So I guess the follow-up is something like 10 points. Actually smaller than expected. It's just 7 versus 10. Okay. Then we got this capture here. Mm. But it's actually... White can't actually capture this. Oh, no, white can, because if you play this, black cannot extend because you just cut here and you capture those. So after you play here, black has to connect. And then white just captures. Oh, does white? How does white play this? If white captures, then white also later gets this one in center. So this capture, then white gets 1, 2. They can push in and push in. I guess white gets 1, 2, 3. And then compared to black getting this, let's say pushing in center, white gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 or so, probably 9. White gets 9 or so more points. Well, if black plays here, this white could push in here, but then black can also later play this. Then black would keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, E13 and follow-up would be worth something like 14 points, actually. But if you just play this and black plays this, and then black descends, you descend, black cuts, you could simply play the Atari here and threaten this. So well, already playing E3 would be a good exchange already for white, and if black then connects, then the difference is, again, white either keeping all these points there, or if black later descends, you descend, black Ataris, you counter Atari, black captures your Atari. Then white again gets to push in. Then black gets to connect in center. Then white would keep 4 of these points and lose this point. Would keep 3, minus this one could keep 2. Black still would keep 0. Instead white keeps 2 instead of something like getting 9. So I guess this follow-up, okay, I mean also, is it center? Because if, hmm, oh, if black doesn't answer this, this one is worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13 or so points, potentially. And if white does get this one, white also gets the Atari and this one. Potentially, black cannot connect here. So like I said, this is already a big move, and black connects because again, this is like a 13 plus point move in itself. And then the follow-up once again is something along 7 points. That's not easy to calculate. Okay, in the meantime, here, how big are those? This last set was something like, well, I guess, no, it threatens a 10-point move, but in itself, this one, if white connects, white keeps these points. White keeps these points. These here. Black plays this, white plays this. Black connects, white plays this. This. Then black can. Yeah, if black plays this. Oh, this is these follow-ups. They're making me crazy. So if black plays this, then black gets this point from the capture. It's not center though, but then black still can't get this in center. But then black could get this in center. So if black plays this and then plays here, then black gets this one, capture this in center. So that would give black 1, 2, 3, 4 points more here. 4 points more here compared to white getting this. Oh, thank you for the follow. You can find my Discord on the OSR link. I think is outdated, but on the Reddit link there should be my Discord. Anyway, the message is anyway. No brain power to think more about that. So here we have these 4 points for black, but if white gets to play here, then white also only keeps the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, 6 to 7. So that's like a 10-point swing. But black had to spend 2 moves to get to that result. If instead it's white's turn to get this, then white keeps these points too. One, two. So if white gets to play here instead, and black doesn't answer, then we get the 5-point follow-up. If black plays here, white doesn't get the 5-point. White keeps the 1, 2. I have no idea. Why is this so difficult? This shouldn't be so difficult, but it is. The Blackstones at A, yes. We can. If I'm thinking about as the first move, I'm thinking about like one of these moves here. Maybe not C. One of these moves. Most likely B. Because that way you can, for like with B, it's solid shape and you can next threaten to just surround and kill. So then black has to escape. And then white can also jump here or do something here. I'm also considering to even play something like our L16 here. That's typically like a shape, but in this case with those, that's a little bit more difficult. Meanwhile, this one, seems to be, well, if these are captured, this is a normal. Oh, this is a 10-point move, maybe. Hane Connect would be kind of center, so this is about a 10-point move. Now this one, though. Okay, this one is the more complicated one. This one, if black captures, there's no way here, so there's just the normal follow-up here. So here the capture would be with 8 points, plus if white connects, white gets to play this one later, most likely. So this one is something like 9, this is something like 10 points. This one threatens a 10-point follow-up and keeps those points. This one, though, is black could maybe do that one. No, but then you just play here, Atari here. You can't can you extend here? I think there's this and connect. So maybe the best is still for black to just capture here. And then if black captures and white doesn't connect, black could clamp. But then white descends and just gives up this stone here, but it's center, so then maybe the follow-up here for black is just to capture this. So white does this, black does this, white plays this. Counter Atari, black captures this, and then again has a follow-up. Compared to white connecting, white keeps, let's say, the 7 points versus the 1 or so, and black gets 2, 3, 5, 6. Maybe around 12 or so points. Okay, so my final conclusion, so that I start the game sometime in the near future, because I literally only like looked at the biggest spots and a little bit here, not even. I mean, there's not that many other weaknesses, I suppose, on this board, right? There's like this 3-point move here. There's like some this here and center, but that shouldn't do too much. There's always this for black and this for black or this for black, so there's not much there. There is, however, this Hane here for black, which if not answered, okay, there is a little bit of a problem for black, possibly with this weakness, like with this here. Because if black doesn't get an eye here, and later white gets the Hane, then there's a cut, like the cut can't be played because of Atari, throw in an Atari here. But that's far into the future. However, on the other hand, if black ever gets this, and white plays here, that's already a good exchange for black, but if white doesn't answer, black also gets this one in center. So maybe just the extent. The extent, however, depends a bit on this one too, but if white gets this and this in center, then the extent could also be, well, white could, if black has to defend here or has to do something here, then this could become 1, 2, 3, 4 points for white here, I suppose, versus 0. And if black gets to play, and it also reduces white to like, well, compared to this, is this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 or so. So something like this could also be, depending on how we play it here. Like I said, white gets either 4 points here or 0 if black does this, I suppose. So maybe 2 for white at a potential 4 for black minus this. Yeah, I guess this, if this is connected, can be worth around 6 or so points. Plus a bit more RG here. Might be better to Hane in some cases, though. I don't know. Okay. And then the rest is, I mean, we literally have this corner move, this corner move. We have a big move in at each of the 4 corners. Then here we have this kind of deal. And then we have the A group, which can be attacked, and maybe also this general area here. This general area here, because if it's, I think this one is most urgent, because if black gets to play a move like this, then black gets to keep, because this one is basically center, you can't go in much. If black were to get maybe even also B or something here, then I would say the best you can do here as well is to do this, push in. Then black were to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something along 10 points in this area here. If white does this one once, makes black connect or something, and then even gets this, then this B could actually be something like a 8-point centim move or something like this. I prefer B over this, I think. Prefer B over C, I think. Because C, C still leaves a little bit of a weakness here with this cut, while B does not, and B is also more solid towards this area. And B does threaten just as much to surround. But it's also not easy how to calculate the follow-ups here. So anyway, so oh, I'm I don't want to spend so much more time on this, but it's so interesting to me to see exactly what to do. Sometimes ever since I lifted the 5 minute limit on my endgame evaluation, I've started to use more and more time. As a compromise, I give myself a lot less time for the four-down problems now. Well, it's not the compromise, but there's the flip side, I suppose. Okay, let's go to the window here. Okay, that should be good. All right, let's do this thing, maybe. Let's see how much I can hold on to this 10-point lead that I gave myself for this game. Oh, the timing, though. Harsh, I can't pronounce anything like that. Welcome, welcome. Suazia. What's up? Okay, so I will start this game now and I will see how much I get clobbered. Start the clock. Yeah, so after this diagonal, I mean, black for sure has to respond. It's not like black can really make eye shape here reliably, so let's do that one. Then after black jumps, I think I jump again because the follow-up here is pretty big. I also was thinking about some indirect attack on the top side, but then Blake might just counterattack or whatever. Ooh, this way. Interesting. I kind of want to push here. Actually, that's a lie. I very much want to push here. Well, Black has to play this run, right? Did not expect. Well, I guess I expected this one, but okay, that makes sense too, because after this, Black gets this one anyway, and then it's like you played here, you play here, and then like Hane. Well, yeah, Black has to Hane here. Now, this is technically speaking not Sente. I wonder if this is better. Because this way, there is still this attachment. This. I could also still, well, because Black has this one in Sente, huh? If I play this, the problem with that is that if Black, well, Black does this crosscut, Atari, connect, then I could get something here, I suppose. But this one also creates a bit more here. Meanwhile, yeah, as much as I looked at this area, I didn't look at this area too much. Of course, I could also get a few more points here. Tough to say. I want to play this exchange. If it's an exchange, if Black doesn't ignore this. Okay, Black does not ignore this. Yeah, this I really don't like to leave this hanging in the air, I suppose. That Black might just ignore and play here, but capture is also not small. It also makes this, if you capture, it makes this move a 12 instead of a 10-point move. So there's that. Oh, okay. Not even the capture, just this one. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about playing Q15 myself actually because it does create something in this middle area. Interesting. I did honestly not consider to black to play there, but it actually makes sense if I wanted to play there, then it might also be a point for the opponent to just play here. Okay, now this one is just a simple, well, it's still a 12-point move, I suppose. No need to throw in, I think. Now this one though, the follow-up is only if connected, still 1 point for Black, otherwise it's 7 points. So the follow-up, this one only threatens an 8-point move, before it was 10, now it's 8. I said connecting here was something like 9, connecting here is a bit bigger. This one is still really big though. I kind of want to capture here too, but I think it's not quite as big. That's what she said. This is also pretty sizable though. Okay. Actually, I suppose black can get this in center, right? Because there's the throw-in and then Atari here. Then maybe capture was just bigger than this. I still underestimate this kind of double set. Oh, also there's the push. No, there's a throw-in and then the push-in here. Hmm. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have played this like my new instinct told me to do this. Um, hmm, can push there. I can throw in there and push there. Hmm. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Play this and if I play this and black plays here and you play the cross cut. Black plays this, you capture and connect. So I think black cannot do this that way at least. I'm not sure if that's a good exchange though. This is just very big to get. I think nothing else is bigger now. This is basically like a 12-point move actually. Or 10, no, because there's no center. No. So it's at 10, but it's still pretty big. Okay. Black does defend there. It is pretty big, yeah, but this one also pretty big, so. This one again threatens a 8-point follow-up. The extent here is also very big. If I Hane here, if cut, Atari, extend, connect, push here, it's 3 versus 3 liberties, so I should not. I don't think I can really play this Hane, so this extension is still really big. Okay, we got this move here. Then what else is there? Yeah, that was to be expected, of course. I'd counter Atari because counter Atari just kills these stones, so I connect solidly. Then I kind of want to push in here. Oh, wait, this? Yeah, no, this is more than a 4-point move because it then wouldn't threaten this. Um, well, pushing here is also pretty big, but black can still make an eye here. Yeah, so I really, this capture here was. I will learn from this to follow my new instinct of playing the reverse center move instead of the big move because, yeah, I tend to underestimate just how big reverse center really is. And even here, I calculated that it was pretty big, but I think. Well, I kind of missed that it is Sente for Blake to connect here, or maybe not Sente, but that there is this really huge follow-up. It's not like it was for lack of training. I spent nearly 25 minutes trying to evaluate the initial position, but still still pretty big. Okay, this extension here, I could jump in here. It's not like there's lots that Black can do. This one, however, is like a nothing else on the board now. Clearly, this is very big. Then I can still threaten to push in here. Do you need to be a little bit careful? There's sometimes the jump in here. If push and here and here and here, I can just play this one. You can push in, of course, but yeah. But maybe I should push in here first. Is that the best way? Oh, capture here now. Well, it's still worth the. Guess this really doesn't make a big difference, so. But I. Jump. Target still worth the 3 or so points. I guess even more because. Well, okay, sure, that is bigger. I could also capture here, but I need to do that. Capture, push in. If I need to do this anyway, maybe that's the way to play this. Then, okay, then we have still this push in here. Yeah, he blocked there. Like I said, this one, if black connects, black also gets this one in center. So this would be, cannot switch on. This would be the 3 and a possible more here. Okay, let's push in here first. If I push in here, this is like a 3-point follow-up. Oh, that's a 3-point move. There's no follow-up here as far as I can tell. The jump here is pretty big because it allows me to play something here in center next. Uh-huh. Or pushing in again. Actually, if I Hane, you can cut. I could play this one in center and just keep this eye here and allow for this. This is pretty much always center. Then also we have dip, dip, dip. This one, if black gets to play here, I keep maybe boop, boop, half a point here versus the 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe like the 3-point move or so. 3-point move or so. So not this one was also 1, 2, 3, 4. I could play this one in center, then black gets to play the Atari in center, so it doesn't really make a big difference, I suppose. I could play this one in reverse center. But this one is also so big. So I'm going to play this one. Black is probably going to defend this way. And then I capture here. Because now this is literally a 3-point reverse center. I made it so. So I didn't play this exchange earlier because I didn't want it to be this way. Now this one and this is no longer a threat, so the jump in here is no longer a threat. Yep, expected. Just connecting here, I suppose, is the best way. Ow. Oh, no. Okay, I see. There is, after this one, there is this one, which is still center. I guess it stays center even if I do this, as long as this exists. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yep. Then I can play, okay, I can play this one first. I can always play this one. I suppose that's not worth anything though, because black still owes this move in any case. Let's black plays here. I could also play here now. But then black just pushes in here, so I don't know if that's worth all that much. Meanwhile, though, if black plays this and this, black keeps 1, 2, 3 points here. If I play this, then black doesn't keep this point, doesn't keep this point, and doesn't keep this point. Similar, I suppose. This was also worth about the same. What? Okay. Yeah, that's center, obviously. This just if black now can't black can't push in here anymore, then they keep this point, which if black could have done this, then this would have been a double Atari. Now it seems not. Hmm. Push in here could have been bigger, in fact. Though no, I mean a bigger threat. No, because black can still play. Okay. So that's just black destroying these points. That makes sense. I got this one in return. Then black will likely play this because it's the next biggest thing. Well, first black will likely respond here because that's also... Oh, uh-huh. Classic AI. Random in between move. Wait, what? Really? Hang on. That's strange, isn't it? Am I missing some Archie inside here? That's... I... What? What is this exchange? That I have never seen before. Yeah, so... But black will connect here now, right? Black won't play this before this. Yes, okay. At least something makes sense here. Yeah, this I have to respond to, obviously, because I have fewer liberties to not... I can't push in here first, is what I'm trying to say. Though I suppose this one is now Sente, because it threatens to Atari and it's a connect and die. Um, so we push in here. Then I can also play this one. It's not really necessary to be played though, so I guess this is just a 1 point, like half a point go to... If I play this and black answers, then I have half a point here if black plays it, so it's like a half point Sente move. So instead I can now just play this forcing move here. Yeah, unfortunately now that black has this eye, there's also no RG inside here with this and the cut and whatever, but okay. There's always the trade-off. I very curious to learn what this is about. I can now capture. Is it just that black didn't lose anything from this? Might learn a new endgame there today. Okay, and then literally... Okay, I guess I can play this one because why not? No, it's... Hmm. I will play the 2 point move here, and then black plays here. And that's it, no? Well, I guess in terms of... No, okay, even in terms of Dame, nothing changes, so... So we play the 2 point move, then I don't spend much more time because the game is over after this. Yeah, black connects there. Um, and this is a point because if black gets to push in here, first of all, it's center have to play here, and then, like I said, there's this double Atari here later. So you have to respond here. Yeah, then black defends against this point, basically this way. And then we just fill Dame. And then black... Um, I guess has this Atari here as like a threat. And I think that's it, right? That's the only co-threat that black has. Yeah, I don't think I did well this game. This felt like black got too much in this area here. And what else went wrong? Something went wrong. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, the bottom left. I think the bottom left lost me a substantial amount of points. Don't even know if I kept the 10-point lead that I started with. As opposed to the game I played the last time, the end game, this one was a lot more complicated. Then black will likely play this, or we would just pass immediately. Nope, we pass immediately. Oh, oh wait, I was white. Oh, okay, well. Yep, I lost 15.5 points. Youch. And it was, wow, okay, and wait, it was 5.5. Wait, hang on. Okay, so maybe this capture was a point loss. But yeah, literally from this point onward, here it was already black +5. From here it was already like, okay, so this move actually lost 2 points. Here it was still black +2. Ah, connecting here actually was a one point loss, but not the biggest deal. So here it was white +0.9 already. Yeah, so here. Did I even need to connect here or something? No, this was number one according to this. Um, but yeah, this was this was a 5-point mistake. Oof. Yeah. How about this one? This one would have been a 1-point mistake. This one would have been the best. I see. Because you can't really do this one anyway. And then if black does this, oh, I didn't even mean to play this, but then you could still push in here, and black would still have to play here. And then later, black doesn't get any of these points, while in the game, black had the option to get those points. So it was not only just these points, it was also these points, which I'm not even sure I did consider. Okay, and then before that already, there was a few. Here, top move was P8, apparently. P. Oh, P8 was to be played immediately. But my move actually gained a point compared to this one. Wait, this is now. No. What? It's number one move, but it loses 5 points? What? Yeah, that doesn't. I think that this is busted again. Anyway, so my move was perfect here. This one would have been worse. This one would have been worse. So actually, I found Maybe AI, sir? Uh, yes, this is AI. I'm not sure what you're referring to. But yeah, I think my move here was perfect actually. That was nice. I and then this one was bad. The top policy move was J. Oh, cutting. Oh, I didn't even for some reason I didn't even consider to cut here. If you cut here, then what? Then if Black Atari's here, maybe Atari? No. What are you doing here? Do you maybe Atari here then? No. Maybe there must wait, but if this you can Atari here, I just noticed, and then it's just over. Oops. So yeah, Black totally can't do this. That was the whole point of this thing. So why is it still? I should maybe switch to analysis mode then. Um, yeah, so if I can cut here and Black, yeah, okay. Then Black has to. What does Black have to do here now? Maybe this way? Uh, okay, I will go to 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 upload this again because this is just a guessing game. I don't really know how to use Catrain. Uh, I only use it for this basically. I mean, obviously, I know some things, but I'm not familiar with the UI and where to do what. So let's go to let's go back. Oh, 15 points, I think, is one of the biggest losses I ever had against in this format. Yeah, okay, you can see here. I found the top move. Actually, I'm curious how the pro continued this. We can have a look. Actually, if the pro also found this move. I don't know if that's oh, actually it's not bad. What did the pro play? Oh no. Oh, I found a better move than the pro. I can at least give myself that, even though the rest of the end game was not that good. But yeah, as you can see, literally from move 140 after that, yeah, not finding the cut. Yeah, okay. So the cut, not playing the cut, lost me 6 points here. Wow. So actually, from move 144, where I was ahead 12 points, to just 30 moves later, or 31, yeah, 30 moves later, 30, 31, 32, I lost 16 points in 30 moves. So 16 points in 16 of my own moves. I lost 1 point per move here in this. And then after that, I basically didn't lose anything again anymore. Like from that, it was black plus 4.5, and I lost by 5.5. So from move 175 up to move uh okay, and this was just Dame. So let's say 75 to 1 or 235 or so. So for the last 60 moves, I basically didn't lose anything. But in that phase of the game, I lost 15 points. And yeah, the cut. Why didn't I think about the cut? I even said that if this was black played here instead, and I bumped, that I would expect black to extend. Oh, not even extend, to play this one. Okay. I would have extend would still be better than Hane though. Yeah. So that was my feeling. Okay, so that yeah, I had to find the cut. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Oh, it's actually strange because maybe I played this and then after Black played the unexpected move here because I expected this one, which is only -1 point. Very human move, I suppose. But this one makes sense. It's not like a pro will find this move, but you know, um, if it's actually the best. Um, but yeah, then I somehow at this point already thought, oh yeah, the RG here now is gone. Black got this move. But yeah, no, there's still this one. And then after Black has to extend back, you can Atari here. And if Black escapes, you don't. Well, I guess you could also push, but no, you can't do this. You can just squeeze here. And this is quite the big squeeze. Um, because after all is said and done, Black has to, or Black adds a move on the top side because if Black, for example, now did this, or let's say Black did this one, which was really big, then White can destroy the top side more. It's not about life and death anymore, but it's just that this is just so big. So if that can be gotten by White in Sente, and then you play this one. No, Black does do this. Black connects. Oh, Black could do this. Okay, but Black, let's say Black does the same here, and you play this one again, and Black does this immediately. Then you can even wedge here now and connect, and that's again Sente against this top side shape. Yeah, and then you can continue here. So White got a few more points out of this and reduced Black, and then gets the big move here anyway. While in the game instead, I didn't get these points here. And I also didn't get to reduce this area by a lot more. So it makes a lot of sense that not cutting is -6 points. That is like not getting around 4 or so points here for White probably, and not or 4 divided by 2, and also not reducing this like 6, 7, 8 points divided by 2 is like the 6 point difference. Yeah, and then this one was really big. Descent would have been okay too. Oh, but then descent again. How do you handle this? Uh, okay. Oh, because you do have this one now. And Atari. So this is just a disaster for Black. Okay. So Black should not do that. Yeah, so Black does this like in the game. Then I mean, my end game wasn't terrible. I found like the timing for this move, and I played a good move here or the best move here. I found the timing for this move too. Like I found the timing for these moves and found the good move here. Yeah, okay, this extension back was a bit passive, but okay. Yeah, but then I didn't find the cut here, and I once again underestimated just how big this is, just because not only does it keep all the points here, I somehow convinced myself that this exchange is already really big and that the follow-up here is then not that big, but it's true that at this point, yeah, this is just so much bigger. And I even ended up, oh, this way. Interesting. So you can connect here in Sente, I suppose. Is that the point of this? Yeah, okay. So you can get all of these in Sente at least, and then you keep Sente. Makes some sense. Because here I lost a lot more, especially because here if black captures, and I think that was my mistake here, that I saw this variation here, and here it's much better because black just keeps the corner points, and yes, there is still this throw in and capture here for black, but it's not about the whole corner now, because now if you did, for example, this, then I guess if you do this, black connects, then black pushes in. Can I do some? Let's just play a big move here. I don't know. Let's say okay, black captures this, and then we play another big move here. Let's just play a random big move here. Okay, but here this one is actually really big. Anyway, um, yeah. So I think I underestimated just how much this hurts my corner shape too. If the throw in and push in, that all of these would not be points. But also, yeah, maybe it is just these corner points. My group is fine. So connecting here was a little bit out of panic, I guess. And I did have this one. I thought this didn't work because of this one. But I suppose here you have this, you just have this Atari, and black cannot connect because then black is completely dead here. So black has to accept this trade here. And then, of course, that's a big loss here. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, and see, there's actually... It didn't feel right to push in here, but you just have this better end game with this, right? I forgot about this end game. It happens so rarely somehow in my games. Anyway, then black got this. So if you did this one instead now, and then this one, you can even push in here, then push in, then push, then black can capture here. Yeah, and then it is indeed this attachment here. I was wondering about this attachment and then crosscut. So I did see the correct local follow-up. Maybe not. It's now a mistake. Maybe I just tripping again. Wait, why is it all of a sudden? Okay, 50 players is enough, not enough for this, I suppose. Never mind then. Yeah, okay, I will have to review this with more playouts. But yeah, the fact that black played here means that there was something here, or maybe also here you could just play this one and keep a few more points here for yourself. That's plus 0.1. Yeah, okay, so if you get this one, and then also get this one and connect here in Sente, and then you get this one, and let's just say you only play this, and keep Sente here, and then you connect here. Then you automatically already reduce this more, and now after this one you can play this. And oh, Atari here. True, I forgot, I didn't see that, but then it's not all, it's still a mistake. I hate this. I hate that AI is teasing me and oh yeah, you found the correct thing. Ah, psych, you're still dumb. Anyway, yeah, so this was pretty big, this area here. And then black got to play there first. But this was also, I mean, I was right about this too. So the two ring things I was most wrong about was uh, not seeing this cut and this how big this actually was, the follow-up here. Which yeah, and also some passive moves against this here, like this and the extend back, and this not being the correct Tisuchi here. Um, yeah, the bottom left, I think I had like evaluation fatigue because I had already spent so much time on this and calculated all these that I saw that you can play this in Sente. And then I didn't think enough about because this follow-up here is certainly something that I could have calculated beforehand already, but somehow I didn't. Yeah, and then Black got all of these center, and then finally got this one. And from here on out, the game was no big mistake was played. So the real, but and I know that my last 60 or so moves are really strong. I rarely lose. Well, I mean against AI, I lose of course something, but sometimes nothing. But against humans, my last 60 moves have been pretty solid. I've more often gained than lost something in this phase of the game. Um, but yeah, the phase around 100 to 120 moves before the end of the game, that's where I not just against AI, not just in this particular, but in my games in general, like in Fox games, in any games, this is the phase of the game where I tend to lose the most points. So this is why I start the game against AI here. And I finish it against AI because that's the challenge to try to hold on to the lead. I mean, it doesn't hurt to practice the very end of the game as well. It's just, I guess, like 10 minutes more or something like this. And I can still practice to do my best there. But the real lessons are usually in these first, I want to say 30 to 50 moves of this kind of practice. And yeah, here it was the cut. The cut. Continue. So the lesson here is to continue to look for how to exploit these weaknesses as long as it's not clearly resolved. And yeah, for some reason, as you could see when I thought, well, but Black doesn't Black just capture the stone when I first evaluated this? But yeah, no, there's this weakness still. There's still this weakness. So yeah, so Black actually, so you can just get this cut in center and then get this squeeze here, and that obviously is huge, humongous. And also Black should push and cut and connect and connect. And in this case, it's even in center. Yeah. So that was the big mis. That was one big mistake. Was another big mistake. And then with my own AI, I will look more for how big, not making this Tetsuchi, or maybe Black when the game played this one. Was there any chance for me? No, I shouldn't have played. If I play this one right now, no, that would have been a mistake. Oh, actually, also because there's still this one. So, how can we alter this position? We alter this position by me playing this, and then Black answering and me playing this, and Black playing here, and then me playing here and here, and then it's still just the connect. So this one would have been minus 0.9, but the connect is just still the better move. And if now Black does this, I can block. That's why the connection is pretty big, because then I can block here. In this position here, I could have traded here. That would have been an okay trade, to just give up these points and then do this again. We always play this variation now, because why not? And then you still continue this one. Oh, also, oh, right, okay. Not only this is worth more, that's why this is an equal trade, because not only is this worth 10 points, but also you have this cut here, which now means either you get a bunch of endgame like this, or you can actually live in the corner here if you want to. You can make life in the corner. But that also loses some endgame here, of course. So I think I still prefer to connect here. And then after this, you have, yeah, you basically have this one in center. Is the descent no good? No, descent is okay, right? And then you can also Atari here if you want to. But you can also play here because black still has to connect or play this one anyway. Then you can also play this one. And then later you keep this as a co-threat. And then you can finally play this one. Okay, that's interesting. If because here if black now plays this, then later you just get the a huge squeeze here. So you get this Atari and throw in and squeeze and so on. But yeah. Yeah, okay. So connection. I was thinking briefly about this connection. I just didn't like the Hane here. But I guess it's the same variation as I calculated when black plays this clamp and then this one. So I could have transposed this simply, and if this one, then you can just cut this off because now this one doesn't win the capturing race. You can just play here. And then if you play here, mind you that, oh, yeah, okay. Then this happens and black can actually create some endgame like this. Okay. Also, if black descends, you have this one. This is a good Tisuchi to know. Only way you win this capturing race. If you don't play this, you just lose. Yeah, but okay, so black can't play this and you can play this and then you still keep the same amount. So connecting makes sense, yeah. Or just the trade. Wait, even this one now. I didn't think this would be black answers. Okay, what if black does this one now? That's also equal. Okay, you capture here, and if black now once again ignores, then then it's a big ko here. Yeah, then it's a huge ko here for the corner. And I figure, okay, black, yeah, white has a bunch of co-threats here and also against this whole group here. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So besides that, yeah, seeing this RG here, and then also recognizing that yeah, that just this is much bigger than. Also, these are both like 10-point go-to moves. So even if this is as big as this, and that's also what I had in mind here, but I didn't want to waste another Byoyomi period, I suppose. But these two would be Miai anyway, and then playing the reverse center would have been good in any case. If we instead, for example, let's say we play this one, and black now does this one, which is also pretty big here, then you can do this one again. Yeah, and then, even then, this one would be worth -3 points. So it's just that this is so much bigger. It's not even reverse center because it wasn't center for black. So that's maybe also incorrect, but it's basically 10 points. And this one, if you descend here and allow black to play this, then you can push in here later or any time. And then later black can get this exchange here and can push in here. So well, black cannot do this because of this Atari. So black cannot actually do this. Yeah, I totally, now that I think about it, because I that's what I calculated for just for points, but black cannot do that because as soon as black plays this exchange now, white gets this one in center. And then also gets this. Well, I guess white shouldn't play this because of this one. So white maybe doesn't get this quite in center, but now white can do this. Because now if you cut, now it's what's happening is exactly what I mentioned earlier. You can play this Atari here and can play this Atari here. Actually, no. And yeah, and then can play this Atari here, and then black cannot connect. And if black cannot connect, then you can capture these in center. And obviously that's a huge gain for white. We don't have to. I don't have to explain that. Hmm. It was fine too. Yeah. So all that being said here, if we exchange this and then we do exchange this, when you can also say that this is Sente and that this Hane is Sente. So here, white captured the one stone and kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. White keeps 13 points in this area and black doesn't keep anything here. And in the game, let's say we play this now. White didn't capture anything, right? So if we now play this, then here we can see that instead of 13 points, white only kept 6. So that's a 7-point loss for white. And black got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So black kept 8 points and white lost 7. So that's like a 15-point difference. Plus that apparently this was a 1 point, this one was a 3.5 point mistake, and this was a 1 point inaccuracy. Maybe it's just because that you should play this immediately, huh? Let's see how this continues. Okay, connect first of all, and then no, you should play here now, and just not. Oh, and then if black plays here, I suppose. Hmm, this one is also equal-ish. I suppose white can connect this. Is that the best way? Yeah, okay. Then we should count this, where now we can suspect, like we can just expect this expected value here. So same, white lost 7 points here, and black now has the captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's still the same. Okay, then I don't quite get why it's only a 3.5 point loss. I think this should then be a 5 point loss to play here. Ah, but maybe because it is true that white gets 2 of the around 10-point moves here. This one, this one, this one. Or if white plays this, black gets 2 of them. So it's not quite a 5-point loss because of the follow-ups after that. Yeah, okay. But still clearly very big. hmm Yeah, and then this. Ah, yeah, and then here I kept losing more points because I didn't give up these stones, which I should have done. So I kept losing more points here. Where now, after all this is said and done, I either add another move here. Okay, we can maybe play this. The whole center shebang here. And then, okay, then still this. Push, jump here makes sense. Then black captures this. Yeah, this is, and then there's this one. Then black gets to play here. And then if you block here, I guess, let's say we just play this exchange here. Because then at this point here, black can either do this one or can throw in here and capture this. Hmm. Yeah, and then after this, white can first force here a bit. And then force more. And then I get this center area or this extension. They are similar, yeah. Yeah, so The bottom left, I went from white +6 to black +0.5, so essentially I lost like 6, 7 points from this whole thing, and another 6, 7 points here. So the 13 point, most of the 15-point loss is already happening here. And then again, yeah, this was the wrong Tisuchi here. And then here, I thought about this one because it is just keeping Sente, and it's not like white can reduce, black can reduce so much here. And then if we instead now play this, can still Hane here, say block, or let's say the peep, okay. But let's say block, then you can peep here again. And if connect, then you can connect here or do this to push in here. Glück descend, connect, yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so this just gave black this one. So once again I underestimate the power of reverse center here basically with this move. So that one is on my list for sure. Just another reverse center. Again, this one was not reverse center, by the way, you know what I mean. It's a pattern. Yeah, so basically this one then was the very final nail in the coffin. So this not playing the right Tsuchi here, which is, I don't know why. I think like if I get this as an endgame Tsuchi problem, I always find T4. But in a game, I almost always play S4. It's weird. Anyway, um, so this wrong Tsuchi here and the not reverse center here. Those are the two, let's say, side Tsuchi lessons, and the big lessons again is this cut and the descent here being the bigger move. Let's have a quick look how the pros played it, because Chochi-kun as white also lost this game, but against a human. So yeah, so okay, so that was the mistake that actually gave black. So from here it's only white +1.5. Only that here I gave myself like 9 more points Komi. But here Chochi-kun had a 1.5 point lead, and this one lost it. So if you play this one now, yeah, that would have been the correct move. So I can pride myself, like I said, to the very first move, which is often a mistake because there's so much to evaluate and so many things overwhelming. So not rarely my first move of this kind of practice is actually bad, or at least a slight mistake. But here I found the best move and a better move than the pro. So I got that. Yeah, then black can play this one and white pushes here. Or black should even defend here, huh? But white should find this Tisuchi here instead of just blocking here. Then black defended here. And then, yeah, then this one is really big. Black connected. Then we fight this a little bit, I guess, or just capture these. But we capture these not in I mean kind of in Gote, right? Because if black now, I don't know, captured this, then white could Atari here and push in, and then Atari here. And yeah, black can connect, but at what cost? This is then against Sente, against this whole group, and then white can just just extend in, and black loses everything on the top side. So yeah, it is Sente, but also at the possible cost of this stone. And then white connected here, black captured. Yeah, okay, Chochikun has better endgame than me, black should recognize that this is the biggest now. Then this was very big, yeah, and this also. Okay, Koiso decided to just exchange this and then capture here. Then white pushed in here, maybe as a time Tsuchi, and extended here. Yeah, okay, here it actually makes a lot of sense because there's the threat of just taking the whole points here in the middle. And black mitigates that to some extent by playing here, but there's still this wedge, so black does this first in center. Okay, so this move either gets a lot in the center, so if now, for example, black did this and then just did, um, I don't know, let's say the big move here, that would be fine, but then white gets a lot of points here in the center. Now in the game, black managed to destroy the points in the center, but white for that got these points here additional. So yeah, okay, then the descent here. White pushes in, then Ataris, and then blocks here. Oh, maybe the capture? No. Okay, so but both are equally big. Black captures here, and then white descent extends here. Yeah, black gets this, and then connects here. Then white pushes in once and then connects, and then black blocks here and pushes in here. Yeah, this block is already helpful to this shape as a whole, right? Because of this whole throw-in and stuff. Yeah, then white blocks here. And the rest is just small endgame. And this is where I studied this already last year. Probably a little bit more than a year ago. Yeah, this is just here. Black has to block, white has to connect. Black then plays this one. White plays this so that black doesn't get these points here. Then black threatens to play here. White can play this one. It's actually, yeah, it's a kind of reverse center. Then black also gets this. And white gets this in center too. Then white gets this in center too. And then connects the ko. Yeah, but okay. I played this area here better than the pro, but I didn't. But the pros were much better with this side end game here. All right. Let's close Katrain 2. Let's log this. Oh, actually, I need to look quickly how many moves did I now play here? In total, from 140. Yeah, about 100 moves. Very tricky. Anyway, let's finish this off with a few Guan Wandan and a few positions from my AI Sensei collection. So tomorrow, oh, just extend, then extend again, and then you can connect and capture these. Oh, if you jump here first, it's a ko with this one and this one and the throw in. Right, and if here now white tries this one, then you have the connection here, and then this is still just dead. You can play here, and then after this you just play here immediately. Because then this throw in here can't be played because this comes with an Atari. Okie dokie. If you just Atari and Atari, you don't have enough eye shape here. If you throw in first, then play this and this, then you do have enough space. Throw in. If you play this and this and this and throw in, capture. Okay, if you play this and push in, and this one and push in. Hmm. Did I overthink this? Okay, I might have overthought this. I thought that just this, but then this push in, capture. I thought this is then dead. So what am I missing here? Because if you play here now, white can kill like this. Huh. Hmm. I'm. And if you do this, if you connect. Oh, I see now. Ah, that's why. Because if white connects, you can capture, and then white cannot kill inside because you can Atari here. So this weakness here at Q18 was actually is vital, which is why I'm a little bit disappointed that this is not shown. This is not shown as one of the at least a green variation, just to show that this doesn't work. Yeah, and here I did see this variation, and I thought it would be this. I just didn't see the refutation to Q13 because I saw that there's this under the stones, but I didn't think further in that this capture is actually sent against these, and then you can just live next. I wonder, there was quite a few who missed. Yeah, okay, so 15% also saw this. I really wanted to see what, I guess, yeah. Anyway, hmm. Okay, you can Hane here and connect to win this capturing race. Oh no. Hi, Eric. Can you do this? There's a push in here, then a push in here, and then this one. No, but then you still play this. Ah, okay. So not this at all, but this. Huh? Wow, what is this? Is it this one? Is it just the core? No. Oh, I'm so confused by this. You can play a game. Nobody's stopping you. And then push. And then the connect here. And not this one because then there's this Atari and Atari from behind. So you do need to connect here and then this. Okay, so this I guess I tried to be too fancy here, huh? With P19. Ah, but I just didn't see the main idea. If now push in and then this, you connect here, and then it's just a squeeze because you have the two outside liberties. I see. Well, that was to me very difficult. And this one mm, was more doable. Huh. If you start here, mm, damn it. So you can do this, but how do you handle this one? Yeah, you don't. Or maybe it is. Hang on, but this one is still core. Maybe it's just not this one then, huh? You start here. Ah, it's not this one. You start here. Then you can descend and then you can play Atari here. Okay. I'm just seeing none of these ideas. O10? O10 is not even on the board. I think you're either lagging behind by a lot, um, or you mistyped. Yeah, and if this one you can push extend here, this one is not possible because of this, and then you can play this, and this is not as sticky. Um, do this one. Hmm. Man, these blind spots today are killing me. You do play this one, and then it's just a ko. Ah, okay. It's already on my list. Yeah, that makes sense. It's 11 p.m. What do you think? Ah, it's not. I was thinking of a different shape where you play this, but it couldn't quite work, and I had 6 seconds left, so I had no choice but to try what I already calculated, I suppose, and hope that I was wrong. I don't know. I should have tried something else, I suppose, but push in here first, and then you can play this one. Because then if this you connect, and then, yeah, yeah. Yeah, but can I really find Fox opponents at that time? You gotta ask yourself the correct questions here. Play this one. Smells like with this 018 thing. But am I correct in starting point? I have to play. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, 6 out of 10 for such a set where I had blind spot after blind spot after blind. Like all of these were. I guess this one I just had a problem to visualize this end here, but here I didn't even find the correct first move. Here I didn't find the correct first move. Here I didn't even find the correct first move. So yeah. Oh, this is a ko. This Hane throw in and then T18. I know that from Black's perspective, so if you play here and White plays here, you can just double Atari here, and there's not enough space here. So this one is forces this one. Then you can play this one and then push in here. And then play the double Atari connect and kill. You can wedge here. And if this you can push in. Oh, can you? Okay. And if this one, yeah, you push in, and then after this one, yeah, you can jump in because it's sent to remove this eye too. If white does this, you can play this, and if white blocks, this stone is already connected. Yeah, yeah. I was 98% sure it worked, but G10? Not in this problem. Not in this problem. Not in this problem. Uh, Eric, dude, you really need to refresh your stream. You're so far behind. G10 was not even on the board for the last 5 minutes or so. Can I wedge here? Wedge here, push, block here, here direct, you connect. Yeah, yeah. Got him. Yeah, and if not this. Okay, well, Black has run to only 3 outside liberties, so you can't allow White to get an eye. Mm. You play this. Place this. You play this. You play this. Maybe this. I I don't see it. No, I didn't think this worked, but I didn't see anything other than that either anyway. Oh wait, you did have to squeeze and then no, and push in here. But this can't work. You don't have the liberties to like hang on. Or is it that you can connect here and then you can play Atari here. Oh. See, I operated under the assumption that you can't allow an eye, so yeah, wasn't it the only one? Only half the people found this one, then only 80% found this one. Okay, but then most people knew what to do after this, yeah. But once again, I didn't find the. It's actually astonishing how often you get a problem wrong, or I at least do, by just not getting the first move right. So this reinforces the idea to me that doing this woodpecking of the collections and this intuition training, I want to call it, is actually super valuable because if most of these problems I fail because I don't even see the main idea, then getting the getting myself to study the main idea of these problems seems like a good call. You can just play here, no? If this Hana, yeah, this one just works. Um, you can still play this. That doesn't change anything. At this point, I think Eric is just trolling. Or has stopped the stream like half an hour ago. Nothing else makes sense to me anymore, other than that option. Why do I want to say 019 here? Yeah, I just in the nick of time I noticed that if you play here, white has this one. And that's why you have to play 019. See? Did someone you know ever used AI? Well, depends what you mean by no. I think no one I really know personally, but people whose identity I know, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, so that's why you have to play here, because if this one you can have this and then it's a Seki like this. So you play here, and now if this one you can just connect, and if this now it's a core, because if this it's just dead. Yeah. And this one most people got wrong, actually. If you go and move distribution, only 33% found the first move. Speaking of first move, you can see I had the right intuition for the very first move. And even though it took me 44 seconds, I got it correct because I had the first right intuition, because I had seen the shape somewhere in my somewhere in my mind is um somewhere in my mind is VIX. I don't really know the identity though. I'm speaking German league actually. But yeah, so if you don't have the intuition for the first move or the main idea that is often related to the first move, then you have no chance. Not then the chance of you solving a problem is so much lower. Okay, this one. Hmm. If you play this and white plays this and you play this and then this, that just works, no? Am I tripping? The one Q exactly. Yes, I'm starting to understand this monkey jump shape where when you can actually play this without having to add another move to make this zero eyes a false eye. No, but actually not the 1Q. The 1Q is not a clear-cut case for me, though a little bit sus where there was actually like a 2 to 3 Dan. No, 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 no. There was actually a 2 to 3 Dan a few years back who cheated 2 seasons in a row against me, and not just against me. So when I remembered that the first game against him was already sus, I dug that one out, and he literally had a 97% match rate with AI. Not even Shinjin So has this. And in the other game we played, he also had over 90%. And then in another game, I randomly. So that guy I reported with like a 10 page PDF report with like comparisons of what, right? Comparisons with Shinjin So games, even and if my own games and so on. So yeah. That guy, though, did not get banned per se. He just disappeared. He was also someone who didn't play a tournament in like the last 10 years. So yeah, those kind of people who all of a sudden play like way above their rank but didn't play a tournament the last 10 years, to me are always like, eh. I mean, of course, you could in theory have improved a lot in that time. But as a teammate of mine said about the cheater that we really reported, he didn't even try to hide it. Like he was so obvious about it. He was actually like my teammate was kind of disappointed just how obvious it was that he didn't even attempt to hide it. He was not just too lazy to think for himself, he was even too lazy to hide that he wasn't thinking for himself. So yeah, good times. Okay, you can play this. If this, you can play this. If this, you can Atari. If this, you can play here first. And yeah, if this, you can play here and then play the Atari and throw in and stuff. I didn't mention this variation, but this one was like the first I calculated really quickly. So I explained the ones that I didn't know by heart, basically. Yeah, Open Study Room, I think, is now finally uh, completely dead, which I guess gives me more incentives to finally create my Patreon so that I have a working website, so to say, and not just the Reddit post, because that's getting a little bit, starting to be a little bit sad that I don't have any, let's say, credentials in that regard. Okay, 9 out of 10. Not bad. Um, Hane, this one, and then I guess this and this. No, this Atari doesn't work, so you do have to play this one. Here, here, here. No, it does work. Hang on, it does work because because white cannot connect, and then you can still connect here. Right, 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 right. Yeah, it's been on my to-do list ever since I had the idea to create a Patreon. I have a few, but I first have a couple of things I want to create, basically. And then I have a few ideas for my Patreon tiers. But yeah, more to come. If you want to be kept up to date, or anyone else, like anyone in chat wants to be kept up to date. If you enjoyed my lectures over New Year, then you should definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, this start of this year has been unexpectedly very busy in a very positive way. But now this month, basically first month of this year was like changes. Second month was like another project and getting used to the changes. Now the third month I call Now the third month I call consolidation, and the fourth month, so in April, I will get started with a few of my projects. Like think I haven't uploaded to my YouTube in ages, so that's on that same list. Anyway, um, this looks like a co. By just start. What do you mean by just start? It's gonna be the co here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, this is this one, right? Yeah, just the classic semi. Is this already my semi collection? No, it is not. Oh, if I play this and cut an Atari, it doesn't work. This one first, Atari. Oh, and then there's a Liberty shortage, right? This. If this, you can just Atari, so white has to connect here, then you can connect. And if this, you can play here. So this, and this. Very important not to play S19, by the way, here, because if you do this, white can throw in thanks to the outside Liberty here. Cut first, think later. If this one, you could play this, and then if this, you can play Atari and then live here. Oh, this way though? Oh, but you could still play this one and then live. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. If this one, however, now you can play this one in Sente, then play this one, and then you have an I here, thanks to this one still. So that's always a vital point. Vital point. I want to say T17 and co. Because this looks like this flying saucer shape, but with the corner. And with the corner extra, it is alive. If you throw in here first, though. No, then white still has this one to just live. So it has to be this one. And then cut and well, I guess you don't need to extend, you can just play the co. Yeah, okay, nice. See, I saw the idea with T17 immediately, and that's what made it possible for me to solve this pretty comfortably in 40 seconds. I could have also solved it in 20 seconds if I didn't want to just want to make sure that Q19 doesn't work and stuff. Oh, happiness in the corner. What a way to call this problem. Oh, can you do this one? No. Maybe this one. This way, this cut, right? There's just the question of, is that possible with this honey? But white has to start here. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. So that's why it doesn't work. Oh, you start here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't consider that. Didn't consider. I considered like this move and this move and this move and this move, even this move very briefly. Didn't even consider T12. And it's already on my list. I think so. I'm already doing one cycle of woodpecking, as you well saw in some earlier streams. And I'm in the third cycle of that, and so next month will be the last month of that one, which is just like 7 days and not 2 full months, pretty much full. But now I already got a lot of the ones that are on my second woodpecking cycle collection. I shouldn't call it cycle. In my second collection, I get them wrong now still. So I think at least half of those will be very, very beneficial for me to reread, restudy. So my guess or my estimation right now is that by the end of May, I can hold like a 90% solve rate at one done. Currently I'm at around 75 to 80%, but I think in like 2 months, 2 to 3 months, I should be at over 90%. Anyway, until then, we continue to do our best here. You do just this one. And then white plays. Oh, if white plays the extension, though, you can play here, Atari, and then extend. If this one, you Atari, extend. Ah, and then you can Atari. So it's not a ko even like this. Because you have Atari, Atari, and that's why I spent 30 more seconds. Because I saw this immediately, and then I thought, oh, it's a ko, but then I started to calculate and see that, no, it's not a ko, because connect and die. Whoopee! Hmm. Okay, if I Hane here, white has to connect. If capture, you can play here. This is false eye, this is not alive. So after connect, you have to connect. And then if white goes here, you can Hane here and block and Atari from behind. And that Hane is actually one of those Tisuchi that I've now studied a few more times, and I used to miss a lot, but I'm starting to miss it less. Okay, you can play this. Then extend. Then play here. And then you can play here and here. Another 9 out of 10. Nice, nice, nice. Also, I won't stream another game, and I won't stream for much longer because tomorrow I actually want to run 17 kilometers, probably in the morning. So I need some energy left. This you can Atari and connect. This you can play this. Atari, play this, then extend, and yeah. Actually, you can just Atari here. That's better because less Kofets, liberties, whatever. Okay. You can play here. No, you have. If you play here, white just captures, and you can't wedge. If you play here, though, white can play capture. So you have to play this one first. What? Wedge here? Do this one first? Hmm. Huh. It was this one. And then you can play this. See, I didn't see the first move, so I didn't get it correct. I mean, that sounds obvious, but I didn't see the first move almost immediately. That's what I tried to say. Can play here and then play here, and this is alive. Because that wasn't the flying saucer. Oh God, what is going on here? What in the sweet baby Jesus name is this? You only have 3 liberties here. Um, uh, I think I see. You start with a no. You start with this one, then extend, then you can play this one. Oh, that's cute. Let's add that to the visualization collection here. So the thing is that after this one and this one, this one, this one, you can push here, play this Atari, and then ladder this stone. Hmm. If you start here, white can play here. White can play there. Shit, what? Hang on, what? Isn't this working? Was it just a timeout again? It was a timeout again. This was totally correct. Okay, but still, I need to figure out what is happening here with this move. I guess just still Hane here, huh? And then it's still Hane here and still just this one. And then push in this. Okay. Fair enough though. Oh, this is from Psycho. Be fair enough though because I didn't solve this one and I didn't solve this one in time. By the way, my second chapter is almost full with another 800, so ooh. Okay, okay, white just lives with one move. You obviously have to prevent that. If you play this, then white can play this. Oh! Oh, but this is also four. Why did I think this is 5 spaces? No, so then you had to play. No, but this is still not working. Huh. Okay, so it was not that at all. Oh, is it just a Seki? No, wait, it's a Seki to begin with. Hmm. Wait, no, this is not a Seki. Okay, so the difference here is after this and this, and this. White does still owe this move because you still have this. And if you start here, it's like you didn't push, you pushed from inside. So if we compare this, it's like you pushed from inside now. Yeah, and here it is the 4 versus 3 space. Okay. Hmm. No idea. Yeah, I didn't see the first move or the idea, and it is even, yeah, it is. It used to be a two-down problem, and even then, with enough time to think. This is one of those shapes which just doesn't want to click in my head. I always think that after this one, white has enough space to make ice, but yeah, this eight collection here really deserves a lot of attention in the next 3 months after next month. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah. So it's funny that somehow these problems that come difficult to me come in the same. Like you can see, I have 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And then randomly in between, I have 2 times 6 out of 10. So where did that come from? Let's pass one more time, shall we? Hmm. If you extend, yeah, and if this one you can just play here and there's no ko here because this is not a ko. And because if white now connects here, you can still just play here, and then after this can play here. Can play here, and then after placement here, you threaten to play this. But white can also play here now. How am I always getting this shape incorrect? There must be two similar ones. I could have sworn in one it was R18. And I saw that it didn't work, but in the other I tried this one. Now I want to search for this because this is making me crazy. Um, I can swear that there was recently even a shape where, but is it in my error book maybe? Is it still in my error book? No. Yeah, this with the, or is there maybe there's no similar shape thing here? Or do I just complete, but where was this? We're looking for a corner shape with a 2-1 stone here and this general shape here. Oh. Maybe let's go from the back to the front. Those are all recent ones. I swear there's two very similar looking shapes, and I think when I learned the one, I confused it with the other, or something like that. In case you were wondering what kind of problems I get wrong, here you have a quick glance at all of the problems I got wrong this year so far. Yes, it's over 700, but I also already did 4,500 problems. So on track for my 20,000 that I had in mind. Just go on one done, to be clear, is included in that count. Not this one. Has to be somewhere. I distinctly remember there was one of those shapes where you had to play the placement, or I remember thinking, oh yeah, you can connect under or make this a dead shape. Hang on, is this problem in both collections? No, it's just in this. I just had this repeated a bunch since then, I suppose. Could have sworn I studied it the amount of times I already got it since then. Really? Is there no other? Am I hallucinating like completely? Am I? But I distinctly remember there was one problem that I also got wrong that looked nearly the same, but it was this placement. Huh. Ah, there's the one that we got wrong earlier too. So that was a while ago. This one I got right recently. This one I got wrong again recently. Huh. There's honestly no weird. How is there no other shape? I distinctly remember that this was, oh, you can connect under next, but here it's not. Hmm. Maybe I can look at it for this through the search function. Something similar here. It's probably going to be very difficult to find. Um, I need a few more black stones here, I suppose. Still not enough to exclude very different. It's still. Hang on, is it this? No, this is the same one, right? This is the one. This is this one. Maybe I'm hunting ghosts, but I could have sworn there was a very similar shape where Or maybe I just misremembered or thought I understood this, but I didn't. So confused. I'm so convinced that R18 was the correct move in a super similar shape. Well, uh, do this, capture, do this, connect, Atari, Atari, capture, capture back. Yep. Oh. Hmm. I mean, if you do this one, white can play here. And then oh, I see. Ah! Ah! I need to click faster. If I had ego shooter experience, I would have gotten this correct. I was still looking at what happens if now white plays here, but then of course you just extend. Time blindness hitting me again. Hmm. This and co. Cut first? No, that doesn't make sense. So I guess, or can you do something better? Hmm. Wait, what the fuck am I on about? It's not a. What am I hallucinating at this point here? And then of course you have to cut, and then it's a call like this. That's sad. That is honestly sad. Hmm. Um. Oh, okay. See. I didn't get the first move right, so I had no chance. Then you can play this one, right? Yeah. No, first. Hmm. No, no, no. You can play this, then play this, then throw in and this, and then this. I mean, you can just play here, and if they block, you can throw in. No. Yeah, I didn't. You have to throw in first, right? Ah. See, I saw that variation where you can play this, and then if this. No, it's not even that. But I was thinking that. Yeah, no, no, no. I was thinking that here, if white somehow gives, like, has some way to give up the stone, then you can just connect, but it doesn't make sense because this is already capture stone. Yeah. Throw in first, and then you can play this Atari. Yeah, yeah. Ah. Ouch. Is this in my semi collection already? Yep. Well, so much for passing one more time. My worst result yet. One more time. Hmm. Oh! Yeah, I guess you need to throw in so before it becomes the core. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Ah! Now we get everything right. Unnecessary. Okay. Cut seems pretty mandatory. Then even if this one you have to play this Atari. Nice. That was a completely new one to me, so all the better. You can throw in. And then if capture, you can play here. And if this one, you can capture here. See, told you. No, wait. Why? Oh, yeah. It's no. The first one I got incorrect. Yeah, but then I got everything correct. So I promised I get everyone correct after that one. I did. Let's end that. I think that's also the. Ah, no, this is with the two from. Okay, this is the eighth one. Well, that was a big mixed bag, so it's probably again around 70 to 80%. Let's see what we got. Um, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18. Hmm. Yeah, so 77.5%. Yeah. On the upper half of 75 to 80%. Not horrible, but seeing how I started the day could have been, especially with fails that were 5 and 6 out of 10. Big swings today. 9 and 6 was the most often achieved result. Anyhow, that was 14, 8 and 18 delay gaps, let's say 19 even. 62 out of 80 correct. Okay. And then to finally finish this off, a few more AI Sensei positions. Okay, so here, this descent is pretty big. Yes. Or pretty urgent, rather. Oh, is that from... No. Yes, that is from this game. Yeah, no, this is where I tried too hard. This is from one of my Fox 8 done games from this year. So here, this one is still really big, or... Oh, Hane here. No, what? Connect? Yeah. Okay. This Tisuchi. So it wasn't just better to... But wasn't this one also a move here? Ah, I see. I think I remember that this was just the clearly best. Did I? Yeah, too thin. Okay, Marcus. Watch instead of C5. Instead, C5 makes best use of the left side. C6, E6, and M7. Yeah, are okay choices as well. Okay, so I will not say that I got this incorrect, but yeah, knowing this Tessici, I just say I got the better gist of it. Okay, I didn't even play this, I played this, but still. Yeah, here Atari, here, then it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the best I can do is squeeze. Hmm. What on earth was the best move here? Just this? Just connect? Cut here? Do some squeezing here? Maybe peep here first? Huh. Maybe just Tenuki this? Just defend the top right? Oh, oh, this one. This might be really big. Nope. Aha, it was this one. Why is it this one? If cut, you can extend. And if cut here. Oh, then there's a cut here. Because now this one is followed by this double Atari, that's why. Oh, okay, so the extend here would do that, and if white has to play this, you can cut here, and then white still owes a move here, and then you can play this and get a lot more on the outside this way. Okay, I see. It's a very important shape point. Um, Peeping here is pretty big. Yeah, just not do this. Okay, makes sense. Here I remember distinctly you cannot harness, so jump or extend. And here you can simply harness from here. If this, you can play here. Ah! Oh, wait, no, you can. Ah, see, I did the same mistake again. Why do I have this read out wrong? With this one, ah, because I missed this move, because I missed this move right now, because if this one, now you could just connect here, and now this one is not such a big deal, because you can Atari here, and then after capture you can just connect, and then this one, but yeah. All right. Yeah, this Atari here, this is what I'm missing, and then it's only a ko. Either this way, or if you connect, then white gets this one, and if you connect here now, then this is a very difficult code to fight because you can't play this Atari ever. Okay, so here the clamp, but I don't put this into the mistake correction. This one was a mistake for sure though, and here the Hane here. All right, here this is bigger than you think. It's another example for a reverse center too. Yeah, just turn here. This is the German League game against the 1Q, by the way. The 1Q. I did this, but it's better to first defend the shape here. And here, it's better to extend here. Yeah, just the better shape move. And here, oh, here we have this important double sente. Because you threatened to Atari here and then threatened to capture here, so you could push in here. On the other hand, black can also get this one, and then there's a double Atari here. Then here can just turn here. Oh wow, I played away. Okay. Here, kind of over move here. Yes. And here. Turn is just better. Those were a few shapy moves. And here, I think I attached and it's better to just jump here. Or is there something else? Okay, no. Just that I shouldn't. That white can bump and cut, yes. All right, that was 17. That is enough for today. And as I can see, my viewers are also getting tired, so I will now sleep, have a good breakfast and a run tomorrow, and then I will be back, well, in 16 and a half hours with my game against Brandon. So have a good one.